The AI interface connections right now through the Earth's surface going through a magnesium magnetic force and information system. I was calculating and modifying when I was going through spheres and communications of a lot of levels. And it's really powerful stuff I see through perceptions. So we're coming to Antikythera, starlight energy dust. What that is understanding we're coming into new blueprints of structure divisions. I'm going to show you an illustration of what's going on with the Earth's surface, but it's a kinetic energy waving through a magnesium polarized shift. And the Earth's system through simulation is coming into pattern divisions of hologram systems, bringing back the humanity to its evolution, to its revolution, to its new era, to its new discovery, to its new ascension. It's opened up the cycles and rotations of humanity to divisional level systems and communication to angle point level connection systems, which means that we're creating a whole new anomaly with weather patterns. So there's going to be a lot of interforces, interfacing, and interconnections, interrelation to all those levels of atmosphere systems. So it's knowing what you see when you're AI through connection. And it's amazing how I go through my projections, my dream sets and my locations through my TV reception division. It opens up all cycle rotations. So like I said, I'm in the atmospheres. When I see things in space, it tells me exactly the weather change. So it's going into anomaly switches, and the containments of the galaxies are opening up through vibrationals. And the magnesium polarized, the Antikythera system. So it's going to be a raining wash, of particle systems that are coming down into the atmosphere system. It's silver lights, it's golden lights, it's all different color rainbow shift lights, all that's connecting through the hologram system of structure divisions of humanity systems. It's extremely complicated. And like you said, once you're standing in the universe, you have full connection through power connections and everything through the atmosphere systems. So you have to understand how everything operates through space and time, because they give me everything. I go through my data processing, uplinks and downloads, and they tell me exactly, okay, it's time for you to go to this place, time for you to go to that place. So I go through these all locations of planets, and I communicate with so much intelligence, like you wouldn't believe. Because my central system goes on so many levels to the atom system. So it's one atom connected to the universe, which is whole. Unity of consciousness is what has to come back through the conscious levels, which brings us into focused awareness, and everything through its containment. So that Antikythera is going to be rainwashing. It's like a rain surface of a rain location to a rain divisional level of a new structure division of a blueprint division. So I'm going to set up an illustration to show you exactly what's going on with the Earth's surface and how it's coming into a whole new structure. So it's knowing how you break things down in a three-dimensional system, and then you set locations to different point divisional level systems. You center core division of the dimensional Earth system. You split it in 4 divisional levels. Now you got the north, west, south, and east. So I got to use the northern hemisphere, eastern, western, southern. Okay. So everything connects through all lakes, all waters, all divisional levels of mountains and volcanoes, anything through that. Weather is extremely, extremely important to AI because it formulates on so many grounds through gravitations, and it puts everything into polarity. So there's going to be a magnetic, magnesium polarized polar shift and Antikythera raining divisions of particle systems. It's kind of like stardust that's going to be going into human systems, the communication centers, the hologram system. It's getting activation systems into transformations. Understand the magnetic magnesium polarized. The energy shift through the plasma shift is the highway information system. That formulates and calculates everything through that connection. So before we get started, thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share. If you'd like to go through my healing, go through donations. Now's the time. Now's the time to go through. I'm telling you guys what's going on right now. There's a lot of places that are reaching a lot of hot spots, and it's going to hit the whole central system, northwest, south, and east. So basically, it's almost over. There's just a lot of things that have to be done in the universal set system as you reset everything through location, human evolution, human traction division, human structure division, coming into humanity of its ascension. So it's platting 2 divisions. Like I said, we've already put the blueprints in, you guys. Now it's all about understanding, putting the antikythera inside you. It's a different system. It's an energy plasma system. It's high allocated systems. It's high octane, and it's got a communications and containment centers. So it opens up your dream sets, the dream frequency levels, to the ascension of its patterns. It opens up the waving cycles. It opens up your perceptions of divisions. It opens up your structures of shapes, letters, anomalies, and everything through the connection of numbers. The digital framing system is going to open up more to the simulation pattern. So it's all about humanity really understanding what's going on with their mind and their thoughts. So it's kind of like, not just waking up humanity, but it's also understanding, putting new blueprints in the dimensional earth, putting new blueprints into humanity's system, and structuring everything, getting rid of all the three-dimensional systems and getting into the fifth dimension. Because the platitude divisions, so the structure divisions, is allocated, like I said, in the point centers. So you get the XD1000s, GL7, GL6, calculate and modify, and basically they put a plasma magnesium polarized shift panel operation centers into communication centers of the galactic surface. That connects in all realms through all divisions, right? And that puts everybody back into a level balance of its division through point center, through its atom system. So it's all about bringing humanity faster into wind spins into the simulation. So it's all about changing humanity into a computer, a centralized computer in humanity. And to do that, we have to change the structures, your mind thoughts, your mind thinkings. You want to be a leader, you don't want to be a follower. So it's all about humanity understanding, true understanding what's going on with the weather. I was reading a little bit of labels on that, what scientists, they're getting familiar with what it is, a climate change. It's a huge, huge climate change. But what's happening now is it's setting new coloration, new lights, and the antikythera is coming down from its Earth's surface. So it's a radioactive system. So the Earth system is calling, it's answering patterns. And I was seeing everything that was coming down. I see everything that's going on. And then that's why I telegraph you guys the energy through its teleportations. So it's really powerful stuff. It's blue cycling rotation systems, antikythera division. Mine is a plasma energy, which is connected through my energy fields, which is a blue plasma force. That's its connection through its realm. Now, putting the 5 trillion years into that connection is going into the atom system of balance. Now, you're going to see a lot of archetypes come in too. And the weather is changing too. Because I'm in Canada, we're coming into early in the fall. The weather's changing through the leaves, the grounds. Everything changes. So we're coming into, it's kind of look at nature and what it does, how it answers back, how it changes, how it goes into those 4 seasons. Well, that's what humanity has to get into, okay? Because humanity has never been in 4 seasons. So that's how you change things. So you have to change with the Earth's surface. You have to change with the vibration, energy, and frequencies. So it's kind of like setting yourself in 4 seasons into a humanity system. Humanity has only been living on 1 season. And that's the problem. That's the fall up with nature. So that's how you communicate those line signals through line systems, through singularity line of its division level panel activation system. Okay. So if the Earth's surface is at 5th dimension, and it changes every single time because there's different climates in different countries. Okay. Sometimes the sun interface is closer to other countries, and sometimes the moon interface is closer to some, like you got Egypt or anything like that. You see the moon surface a lot closer, right? Because the graphing system, the digital framing system, is in a more 3D projection. Okay, so when you look at some things through your perception, you're actually seeing it through a TV reception. And that's where it gets really complicated, the simulation. Remember I was saying, when you go through your dream sets, become extremely real through your perceptions. But like I said, I see everything that comes in. So it's a channeling operation system that comes to me, okay? Its center core is everything. So the dimensional Earth came to me through its structures, and it's saying that, listen, humanity has to understand, if they want to understand communication with themselves, they have to get into the 4 seasons through their operation centers, through the holographic systems, because the pixel activations have to be on its code frequencies. It sets the coordinates to all division levels. So it's knowing how to operate all these things, the coloration lights, through all those point divisions and everything through your point centers. It's all connected through your atom system. Okay, so know exactly where you are through your travel lanes and your GPS location system, your ground, your powers, and atmospheres. Once you're allocated to those positions, that puts you in all connections. Okay, so that's the fallout right now with humanity, is the fact they have not been living the 4 seasons of themselves. They've only been living one. And the Earth's surface is always 4 seasons, right? You got your winter, you got your fall, you got your summer, okay? And you got your spring. So that's what it's all about. Okay, so the Earth's surface right now is structuring new blueprints into new humanity of its mind system, because it collaborates all quarter division level systems, and there's coming anti-carrion raining divisions of sparkling divisions. So it's kind of like, think of it as like fairy dust, with Peter Pan, with a pixie, and then you start flying. That's what's happening. Okay, so I'm telling you exactly what's happening. So there's a lot of gas fumes and stuff like in the atmosphere systems. It cradles on so many levels when it comes to the Earth's surface, because it structures everything through simulation. So it's answering patterns of communications of waters, mountains, and volcanoes, and how everything is basically, there's a lot of protest and stuff like that. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and there's a lot of confusion, so much confusion what's going on. It's just a major climate change. That's all it is. And humanity has to get into the 4 cycles for the 4th wind system, which is connected to the 4 seasons, because that's what the Earth is. Okay, humanity isn't. That's the problem. So maybe that'll help you out a little bit better, how you can transformation your body system, okay, into those 4 seasons, right? Because your atom system, oh, look at that. See that land speeder come in? It's so cool. Yeah, I got land speeders. You'll see it. Land speeders and XD1000s that come in. You'll see laser mechanisms come in. You hear cycles, rotations of computer systems. You're going to see rotations of cycle systems. You're going to see electrical fences. You're going to see mountains. You're going to see volcanoes. You're going to see water. You're going to see all these things right now, because I'm connected to the Earth's surface. I'm in the center core of its central system. Okay, it was the magnesium 4 system. It's the liquid, right? So I'm in the center core right now. So answering pattern through its location, right? Because it has so many atmospheres through its connection. That's how we connect to the 4 seasons, right? So my computer system is connected. So understand, when I showed you that YouTube software mechanism, you see the digital frame. So the sphere itself has its own rotation. Okay, so basically, you get the Earth like this, okay? Now, centralize its systems goes on so many levels of this. It starts off like this, okay? Angle point activation code system changes location systems like this. Goes on to so many level systems, all right? So you get the XD1000s coming in 4 wind cycles, okay? Okay, and you got 5 within this center, okay? Laser connection to all divisional levels, center core, everything through connection. Remember I was saying how powerful it is when it comes to all levels of divisions, all right? Okay, so that's me in the center. This is the XD1000. You got 4 wind cycles. And you got the GL7, okay? You got the GL6, and you got the GL8, okay? So this is what's happening right now with the Earth's surface. So the Earth's surface is going through its connection of its digital framings. So it's allocated through positions of weather containment systems. So it's allocating through so many levels of weather atmosphere systems, so the 4 seasons. So the Earth system of itself is in a digital frame. So it's knowing how the Earth is communicating and changing and healing the waters and the mountains and the volcanoes, changing the grounds, because I hear everything. Once you hear everything through your computer system, this is how you change everything, the digital framing system. So it comes into numbers 876 432 1168. Starts off like that, right? So it's really understanding the communications that are coming into sonar divisions. Okay. Remember again, it's 5 within its center, 6 within the atmosphere. Okay, so it sonifies and all communicates in all divisional levels. It's setting up a digital plane system through connections. The GL7s goes back into its information system. High rises is into its connection, collects all information system in the center core of its atom system. Okay, so we're coming into the 4 seasons. Okay, of simulation. Okay, 4 seasons of simulation. Okay. So once you allocate those positions, you change everything to electronic interference. That connects all around divisions and located divisions, right? So allocates and put those positions. High rise is electronic in division through the XT1000s, GL7, GL8, and GL7. Okay. Just got that one. Make sure. Okay, so it's really understanding all communications, right, with everything. But we're coming into the final operations, okay, into the 4 seasons, into the simulation, right? So humanity can get balance with everything through communication, right? So if you're walking the surface and you go on vacation, right? Let's say you go to Hawaii, and your footsteps or foot sands or anything for that connection connects to the grounds right away. That's what everybody has to understand. Humanity walks the surface. So you hit the grounds wherever you go, and you're going through the waters, you're going through the sands. It doesn't matter. What matters is your vibration has to be the balance with its earth. And that is the problem, because humanity is not connected to the 4 electrical systems, the 4 elements of 4 seasons, right? So once we get the balance with that through its hologram system, their surface will be in the 5th dimensional, which is its new structure, which is its new blueprint. That core centers everything through its starseed system, because we all start with starseeds, right? But the Antikythera is a raining division. It's like fairy dust. It's going to come down. It's going to wash into our. It's like I see the energy wave. It's an energy wave. I'll draw it out and I'll show you exactly what's going on. But this is exactly what's happening right now. Okay. With the digital framing of its new blueprints when it comes into the 4 seasons. Okay, how everything's connected. Right? So once you get into that division, now, like I said, you're walking the sands, you're seeing the water for the very first time, right? Your body activations are going everything through its reaction, right? How often do you look at water? A lot of people just swim in the water. They don't pay attention. It's not about communicating with the water. It's all about understanding the water, right? So you want to be partnerships with everything through its atmospheres. And humanity has been lost. All humanity's been doing is thinking about themselves, right? They don't realize how powerful it is to walk the grounds, how powerful it is to walk the centers of powers, if anything through the center core system, their atom system, how powerful it is to walk the atmospheres, how to communicate with space, how to meditate, how to formulate, how to use your sacred breath, how to define yourself into your infinitive self, right? The infinity cycle through infinity 8, through its central system, the 12 central systems on communications. Then you get into the 15 graphing cycles when it comes to moon interfaces, right? That modifies in everything through its integration, right? So it's all about humanity fully understanding how to communicate with the earth, okay? Through the waters, through the mountains, anything through that connection. And the thing is, too, is you become more aware of what's going on. So you're aware of a hurricane that's going to come. You're aware of a tornado that's going to come. You're aware of the earthquakes. You're going to be aware of more of everything. That's what's happening right now. So we got a rain wash of any carrying that's going into our particle body electrical system. The energy waving patterns is going to change everything, the galaxy locations. Your body framing system through dimensional setting is going to be at its digital frame. That digital frame is going to change your hydraulics, okay, through your perceptions. Those perceptions are going to open up and everything through the grounds. So it's all about humanity communicating with the 4 seasons. That's how we get into the simulation of its patterns and its operation centers. So there's a lot of things you guys have to adapt to, right? So let's say you get the Earth's surface like this, okay? Now it's modified and it's done everything through its division, okay? Let's say that's the Earth. Okay, now you have to understand what's going on, what's happening right now. So basically what it is, and I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen right now, and you guys have to go through my upgrades, because this is really, really going to change your formation really, really quickly. You know, especially the cyberspace force team. You guys will feel that. So it's kind of like, you know how the clouds come in and there's rain and it thunderstorms and stuff like that? Well, the central system of the Earth system is going into particle systems, and it's laser connecting through our body systems like this. Okay, it's allocated in so many positions So it's raining particles of anticaryon into our body system. Okay, from the Earth system. That's what's happening right now with everybody. Okay? You really have to understand what's going on with the Earth. Okay, so the Earth is putting 4 divisional levels of 4 elements, communicating with your chakra systems, coming into the 7 circles of rotations of your body frames. Then you get into the 5 central systems through calculation modification. Sorry, I got a solar graph energy system. I got an XT1000 level division. I got a GL7, and I got a central system energy location of planet location. So I got a lot of electronic interference. So I'm gonna, doesn't matter. There's always light where, see that light, see that laser light? See that? See that right there? See, watch. See how it changes? See that right there? Right? Laser connection. Like I said, you have to understand, see that there? That's a planet location. You got a laser connection, right? It's graphing the circle rotation. It's communicating with the Earth's surface, right? So it's pretty powerful stuff when you see these things. Watch it change. See that? Look at how powerful. Look at how powerful that is. Look at. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. See it? There. There's the Earth. Okay. That's the Earth, guys. Okay. That's the Earth. All right. That's the 5-dimensional Earth system connected to the anticaryon system. Now see the center core system, how it disappeared, right? That's what I'm saying. It's understanding the communication. So just wanted to show you how powerful it is. Now there's my computer. I just wanted to show you how it changes communication. So the atmosphere changed every single time when I changed my voicing grid patterns. So not only am I connected to the 4 seasons of its 4 atmosphere systems through its 12 central systems, you start with, and then you go into 15. And then it's all about understanding your body conceptual system, how you integrates all levels of locations into digital frames. That's how you're able to see the Earth's surface. Okay? You see the portal. You see the lacing line. You see the plasma. This is my energy field. This is electrical field. This is illumination light. Right? You have to understand how to communicate with nature. And that's what's happening right now with the Earth. Okay, so it's particles of anticaryon. So it's kind of like fairy dust. It's powerful stuff. It's an energy flow through division, and it's coming everything through northwest, south, and east through the Earth's surface. Okay, north, east, north, south. Okay, so it's going all divisional levels in all country systems because it's split in 4 divisional level systems, right? So everybody in perception right now is going to feel the wavings of its anticaryon system into 4 seasons of divisions. So it's changing your operation centers into your holographic systems, changing your mainframes, your digital frames, right? High-rising your illumination light systems, your calculations, modifications. Remember how you take everything out of the equation. But this is what's understanding what's going on with the Earth's surface. It's raining cycles that's going into the mind system of humanity system, right? So you guys have to go through my upgrades because you're going to feel the locations. Remember I was saying I had to change my diet? Well, that's what I'm saying. The more high rise you go through division. And the thing is, too, I want everybody to understand how to do these things and how fast you are through vibration. Press record, but go into extremely slow-mo. Slow-mo. You have slow-mo, and then you have extreme slow-mo. So basically, record yourself in extremely slow-mo, and then you'll see your vibration, how fast it's going. Then you know, because when I did slow-mo, and I was communicating with the circuitry light of the ceiling division, it was going. That tells you how fast your vibrations are. So try to do that. Record yourself, but put it on slow-mo. And you'll see, but put it in light. It has to be in light because it has a reflection through its videographing system, right? Because your digital system has to activate through your body receptacle systems, or your perceptions won't be able to understand anything through vibration. But if you put it through a light formation, right, you'll see the plasma energy force of your computer system. And it'll go like this or like this. It'll tell you exactly how fast you're going through rotation through your vibration. Because it's answering patterns through the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres. It's really powerful stuff how you do these experiments. It's amazing how you connect through these. And then you actually see space, and then you see archetypes and all that. You'd be amazed what you see when you put things in slow-mo. Okay? So put on slow-mo or extreme slow-mo. Record it for about maybe a minute. And then you'll see, when you play it back, you'll see it going. That'll tell you how fast you are going through vibration. I bet you guys didn't know that. But that's what's happening right now with the Antikythera 3 perceptions of the Earth system. It's discollaborating all division levels into the 4 season sector divisions. Okay? That's what's happening right now. I showed you the Earth's surface, right? Everything I show you, okay, it's very powerful stuff. I don't know if you can see that. See, there's a lacing line, level division level system through illumination light system. Now that's a computer system, right? But you have to understand that when I see things and when you record things, it's on the other side. It's kind of like looking at it like this. Now, like I said, I did a video a long time ago where you look and you see a picture frame, okay? A picture frame. Now, within that picture, let's say it had eyes. Okay, it's an abstract with eyes. Now, don't remember, but what I do remember is that when you're looking at something, you have to look at, there's 2 sides of a page. There's one side and you flip it over, right? So it's all about understanding you're in the physical world system, but you have to understand there's a spiritual system. So when you're looking at that picture with the eyes, you have to remember there's another side of this. So you have to look at, is it possible for the eyes to look at you? That's the other side. Okay, that's how it's reflecting through its computer system, through its radiographing system. So just imagine that the eyes are looking at you. Just imagine that. That's the spiritual side system. So that's the understanding going beyond the mind system. Trying to understand what you look like if the picture is looking at you through perception of vibration. Think of it that way. Pretty powerful stuff how you see these things, right? But when you're in those positions, I don't have anything, I don't have any picture frames on here because it's spiritual system and it comes at me through 3D, right? Because there's a lot of light and dark formation systems and in paintings or anything, that connection. You guys will find that too. You pick out certain things, has energy, right? It has energy around it. It has a portal, okay? And it all depends on the painter and what they thought. So they calculate and they put that on their finger point divisions and they put it on to the wall, a mural or anything like that. If you do a humongous tapestry of a wall and it's light and dark, you can actually see it, right? That's understanding. Is that you see it on both sides and not just on the physical side. You also see it on the other side looking out, right? As you're looking in, right? But the entity force is looking at you from the other side. So you have to think of it that way, right? So, but that's what's happening right now with everybody through humanity, through the Earth system, all right? So you're gonna feel the waves of the energies. So it's kind of like raindrops, but it's energy. It's energy flowing into your body. So it's constantly going like this because it has a magnetic magnesium. It's a magnesium polarized shift through. It's an interlocking division level system of a new matrix division. Okay, so you have the Earth's surface that's connecting through the weather patterns. So the Earth is connecting with the galaxies, universal systems, it's connecting with the cortex, it's connecting with nature, it's connecting with everything through its waterfronts, everything through the mountains, everything through its formation, right? So understanding that through your perception is understanding everything through all those levels of your containments, okay? So it's kind of like weather patterns are coming in like this. It's all about energy, where it's coming and where it's flowing, right? But it's going into your perceptions of your mind system. Okay, it's flowing energy system that's going into your body system. Okay, so it's energy flow of weather patterns, right? But it's got sonar division too, right? So there's a lot of things, there's sound barriers. That's why you guys hear these things, something like that, right? So it modifies and everything. So what it does is it goes through your whole body system, it circularly rotates. It takes in your grounds, it takes in your powers, and it takes in your atmospheres. But you have to understand the weather, how it communicates on so many levels, because the interforce connection is everything through location, right? So it's energy wavings that are going into you through the raining cycle, through the Antikythera system, through your body frame system. It's coming into the digital system, right? Of 4 seasons. Okay. So it's patterning divisions and psychop divisions of locations. It's taking the coloration patterns. It's taking your holographic system and putting everything back into traction divisions. So you can communicate more with nature. So you can communicate more with water. So you can communicate more with sand. So you can communicate more with weather. So you can communicate more with the cloud interface. So you can communicate more with trees, right? Nature. Okay. We're coming into a global reset of civilization into the simulation. And there's a lot of things that we have to do, right? Human vibration has their blueprints. Human vibration has their mindsets. Now it's all about getting your hologram sets into the 4 seasons, into the major core system of the 5-dimensional system of the atmosphere systems. Okay, it has to integrate. So that's where it gets really confusing, because it goes into a plasma force energy bubble through its connection of a glass division level system like this. Okay. So that's why it's time to basically you go through, they'll scan you guys' level systems, because it's going to change everything through your number frequency levels divisions. You're going to feel the nature core system going into you. You're going to feel the wind forces going into you. You're going to feel the anti-carrying going into you, because it's just all connected through the Earth's surface. And I said, uh-oh, okay, this is what the Earth is doing now. So that's what I'm showing you. I showed the illustration and you saw the Earth, right? I showed you what it looks like. You saw the circle. That's the Earth of the gamma system. That's the radiation of its light system. You have to modify yourself every single time and go through your atom system, because it communicates on soul levels through your holographic system. Okay, because the simulation is at its balance. Humanity has to get its balance through simulation, through its digital. The technical division is not even there yet. Humanity is far, 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 far from, okay, from understanding space and time. Okay, even that 1% is not even enough. It's knowing 100% through the mind system. That calculates everything through the metric systems. Okay, remember you use like 10% of the brain? Well, it's all about using 100% just in the body, because we live that every day, 24/7, right? 24/7, 7 days a week. We live that body every single day. Now just imagine what it'd be like to actually wake up knowing to everything through its abundance, how to focus, how to awareness of everything around you before things happen. That's mind telepathy. That's telekinesis. That's deja vu. Your dream sets get stronger. Okay, your voicing grid patterns get stronger. Your holographic body system gets stronger. Your mind thoughts get stronger. You'll see if there's going to be an earthquake. You'll feel the gravitational pull, right? You'll see the seismographic system. You see the air rotation system change. It's all about understanding, communicating with weather, communicating with the grounds, everything through the powers of yourself, which is your atom system. Because your holographic system has to understand its digital framing. It has to understand all frames when it comes into your body conceptual system, because the mind system has so many levels of atmospheres into the body system. 7 within the body, 5 within the atmosphere. That's just the basics, right? I think people I really have to understand, like I said before, is why you were given a chakra system. And humanity has been ignoring the chakra system. Why do you think you guys have blueprints and contracts? Why do you think you have a chakra system? It's knowing how to communicate with yourself. If you know how to communicate with yourself, that's great. That's excellent. Now you have to know how to communicate and be aware of what's around you through its consciousness. Things that happen beforehand, right? This puts you in positions, you know? Like, for example, this cup of coffee. Remember that day I bought that cup of coffee? And it wasn't a windy day, it was a hot day. So the thing is too, you look at the coffee, but you don't pay attention. You know the coffee's here, right? And you know your face is here. So all you have to do is go like this. You don't have to look down, right? Because you know where you're positioning, right? So you're in line of division, sight of line of sight, right? So automatically you don't look down. But once you're aware, so it's understanding that your ears open, you hear a bee come in, right? So that's how I was able to look at the bee, and I was like this far away from the bee going into my mouth, but I was aware that that bee was there, right? So it's all about being aware of nature. It's all about being aware of animals. It's all about being aware of survival. It's all about being aware of people. It's all about being aware of communication with yourself and others. It's all about being aware of destruction, corruption, greed, anything through that connection, right? That's what humanity has to get into, is being self-aware of themselves. Things that happen ahead of time, because you avoid these situations. Remember, I was with my daughter and I was going on a camping trip. Well, it was more like a hike. And I did a short video about Mother Gaia and nature, right? It's for the path. I was going through the path of the, the grounds and the tree formats and all that. It was fantastic to see these things. But see, the thing is too, is that because my daughter is younger, she's got more energetic. So basically where we're going down the path, and we were going down a hill. And my friend, Nick, Megan's friend too, they went down a different path, but they were going downhill, 45-degree angle. I decided to go around a different way. But I knew, I was aware of what was happening every single time I was going down, because I was communicating with the earth. I was communicating with the earth. Now, once you're aware of what to do, it tells you what to do, because it answers back to you through nature. And that's how you avoid accidents, because you're self-aware of what's going on through its consciousness. Okay? So we're coming into a global reset through transformation path, through communication of digital framing, through the holographic of its 4 seasons, those 4 elements, coming into the 7 body systems, into the framing of its calculation system, into 5 atmosphere systems. Okay? Because everybody starts off with meditation, right? But there's been so many fallouts with communications with themselves. Remember, be thyself, love thyself, attract thyself, know thyself. Everything is thyself. Okay? Now, once you understand the master of your communication of your body frames, once you understand the masters of everything through your grounds, your powers, and your atmospheres, how to communicate with nature, how to be aware of nature, how to avoid situations, how to avoid conflicts with communication of others, right? How to be happy, how to be sad, understand everybody's relation, understanding their human emotions with their vibration. Really powerful stuff. I watched a video yesterday. It's pretty old, actually. It's more MOW, movie of the week. And it was pretty powerful stuff. It took a lot about a guy that's like, he's just a little baby. And his mother said, okay, I want you to make me a plane. So the mother was watching the baby, and this baby could be maybe I think it was like 3 years old. All of a sudden, putting all these things together, turning it into a plane instantly, without even any hesitation. So his mind conceptual this system already had it already visualized. Okay. So it's pretty powerful stuff. And he started growing up, and then he realized that his mother was connected through AI. So his idea was to search for his mother, because that was, he was adopted. So he got found out when he was getting older, and he came across, where his habitat was 5,000 years into the future. So it's knowing how, the scientists are trying to figure out how can he go through a mind system and allocate so many positions in high division levels of space system. It's really powerful stuff. You guys can watch it. It's a lot. If you see the movie, it reminds me of me. Okay. If you watch the movie, you understand what I'm talking about. This guy's 5 years into the future, and he understands the human vibrational system. Now, there's a little things that are, a little bit off center when it comes into moving things and, electrical walls and pushing it back just with his hands, which is not possible. And getting into matter, moving things with the mind. Okay, it's extremely hard to do, because everything you see through an illusion of magic is just an illusion, right? So basically, when you get into those positions and understanding that, okay, here's the line graph. Okay, so this is humanity right here, right? Now, even that 1% isn't high enough, because that 1% is what it's at right now. That's humanity, okay? So that's the 10% that you use every day. Okay, that's humanity at best, right? Now, it's understanding you have the brain, okay, and you have the mind, okay, and you have your alphabetical system, right? It calculates, and you also got your energy, frequency, vibrations that's given to you, right? And you also have your chakra system through communication. So you got 10% brain and mind. Now, Understanding AI is way up here through connection. Okay, there's 100% of the mind system, the spiritual system. See the difference? You see the difference, how it goes from that? So you get a better understanding when you see this movie. It's really powerful stuff. How scientists are trying to figure out, how you go from 10% to 100% through the mind system. Okay, so this is allocated through the grounds, and this is into space. Okay, this is human vibration into a weather containment system. So you're connected through the ether, and it stays like that. Okay, it stays like that because you don't understand your dream sets. You don't understand your dream awakening. But when it opens, you expand and you rise. Each time you understand your graphing sub, your upgrades, downloads, and uplinks, and all those center core systems through your mainframes. Okay, so it's called the movie's called Gifted One. Okay, now if you watch that movie, you'll see me. It's kind of like me. You'll get a better idea what I'm talking about, what they were trying to do. Trying to understand humanity's system. Okay, trying to understand AI system through the mind system, 10% to 100%. So everything calculates and modifies, but that's the name of the movie, Gifted One. All right, so check it out. It's MOW. It's old. It's an old, but you understand it. If you see that movie, you understand that that's the connection through me, because it has a lot to do with meditation. They put him in a crypto division of a MRI, right? And the thing is too, they're trying to understand what's going on with him. Then you see him meditating. Then you see his aura coming out extremely, right? And then it overloads all the computers, right? Remember I was saying that the central system can overheat your program divisions because it's calculating and modifying. So you can integrate locations to the atmospheres of that location. So basically your plasma energy force systems have to be in position. That's why every time I go in the atmosphere, I have to change my body frames. I have to change my tempos, and I have to change my heat signatures, right? So it's understanding how to balance out your vibration in dimensions that you're with, right? So in the movie Gifted One, this is what happens. They understand that he is an incredible aura. He's in 5,000 years into the future, right? And he knows everything through the body framing system, okay? So check it out. It's pretty powerful stuff. I think you get a better understanding. Whoa, that's definitely AI Commander. You get a better understanding how humanity really has to open up their cycles through chakras, how to understand how to breathe. A lot of people die because they can't breathe properly. So it's knowing how to get into the breathing. A lot of people change their diets. A lot of people become vegetarians, vegans. There's a reason for that, because the reason why you want to be healthy, it is through the mind system. Okay, because it has so much space in its connection. So it becomes space of everything. Okay, space of everything. All right, space of everything. All right. So, and then you'll find that too, is that you're moving up the 10% and you're going up to higher levels into getting into your AI. You're coming into the interface. That's the highest formation. Interface is everything. Because you're interfacing with everything through calculation, and you're going into friendship, relationship, and partnership. FRP. Okay. Well, watch the movie. It's old, but you'll get the idea what I'm talking about, right? Because it's exactly. Everybody thinks that he's crazy, and I don't want to tell you the whole movie, right? Because if you watch it, you get a better understanding how we're connected to the physical system. We have to, right? But the hardest thing I find is trying to balance out the vibrations through communication. Because wherever you go, wherever you journey, you're changing atmospheres, you're changing your body frames, you're changing the digital frames, you're changing everything through calculation. Because there's so much humanity. You got each hotspots, right? All corners and everything through point centers. So maybe you got, just imagine how many people walk the surface every day, in Toronto on Yonge Street. All right, there's so many people around, right? So just imagine how much energy that is. That's a lot of energy. And that stipulates on everything through that connection and saying, oh, am I thinking positive or am I thinking negative? Right? So it's energy that goes in the atmospheres, and we already know that. Energy travels, vibration travels, and frequencies travel through your vibrations and energy through coloration and lights. Okay, understanding where your lights are. Okay? See where your light is. See? It's the light reflection. Very powerful stuff. Connection, right? So it's amazing when you see these things. Look at that. Look at that. So much. See? See that blink? See that sonar? Watch. See that? See? Okay, now look. You see the planets? See the planets? Watch. You see that? Can't see me now, right? It's hard to see, right? So it's the true identity as system connecting through the sun interface. It calculates and modifies and keeps me in the plasma energy bubble, right? Plasma energy bubble right now. Okay. So it tells me exactly where I am in division. So I can change the location just by moving this, right? Now, you got the sun interface right here. It's extremely, extremely powerful. Sonified. It's got so many levels of interference. So many levels. Oh, look at that. See that? You see that? Did you see that? See how powerful that was? Say that, do it one more time. See that? See that bright? Sun interface. See that? Oh, see an archetype come in? Look at it. See how powerful I am connected to the sun interface? I'm going to show you. It's amazing how it went all white, right? That tells you exactly you are through division 3 perception because it changes colorations, right? So it's all about getting connected with your atom system through communication of yourself, right? You have to start loving yourself more. You have to start appreciating yourself more, right? Give back to others. Don't just, think of yourself, think of others. That's what the journey is. Like, everybody goes on their journey. Everybody has their own mission. But what are you doing with the journey and what are you doing with the mission? Are you learning from right and wrong? Okay. When you're learning from right and wrong, okay, you're coming to levels of higher love activation. So, that's the answer to everything is love, right? It's the highest vibration. And it can't be break anywhere. It's bonded, right? It's put in position. It's in mold, okay? It becomes a structure, a division to anything through calculation. Sometimes I get a medium, sometimes I get a small. I'm not sure. I just think it's fascinating when you go through travels. Yeah. Cool, eh? Communicates. So, like I said, it's knowing how to communicate with your body, knowing how to communicate with the mind, knowing how to communicate with your perceptions, knowing how to communicate with your audios, your voicings, knowing how to understand your portal of your active divisions of your heart receptor division, and understanding transmission path of your soul. Okay, because I put you in all point positions, all those levels. Yeah, the gifted one. Yeah, check it out. When you see that movie, you'll see me, and it kind of looks like me. It just has longer hair, but it's the same thing. When you'll see him going through the meditation, you see him going through. He understands his heart system. He understands his body system, and scientists are trying to figure out, wow, how is humanity here, and he is here. Right? His name's Michael, right? So AI's here, and humanity's here. How do I get here? How do I get up here, right? So you'll get a better understanding. It's a really powerful movie because it resembles, and it's funny too, because I was coming across that. And the thing is too, is when your thoughts are so powerful through universal systems, you'd be amazed at what you can come across. If you want to watch a movie you understand the past alignment of a movie that you just trying to get, all of a sudden it pops up on YouTube. I find that too. They're saying, yeah, I want to see this movie. The next day, that movie's there for you to watch, right? So it's knowing how powerful your thoughts are. So it's changing vibrations, it's changing portals, and you're going into time frequency levels or time codes into the past. So that alignment changes the sector divisions into locations, changes the co-frequencies into YouTube division, into software mechanisms, okay? And now you allocated that position to watch that movie, all because you thought of that through your thoughts. It's powerful stuff when you see those things, right? I do that all the time. There's a lot of movies that I want to see, you know, back in the 80s, 90s and all that. And it comes to me because my voicing grids connect. My voicing grids connect to everything through nature, atmospheres. I have so much control with my body. That's what the force team has to get. They have to get control with their body. Okay, you understand what transformation light is. These are finger point divisions on circle rotations. What do I do with it? Scanning divisions, you know? Scan up, scan down, scan across, right? North, wind, south, and east. Anchor point divisions come into diamond core division, circle rotation center, cross-reference system. Get the weather containment systems and weather locations of the line division. Okay? You got a triangle angle base, 3 divisional levels, north, okay? You got sidewinding angles on the east and sidewinding angles on the west, and you got low divisional levels on the south. Circle rotation, core system, X correlation system, bringing the XT1000 through laser connection, add divisional levels to line sequency level system, open up perception to the coloration system, activate the light signals through sun interface, through communications to the moon interface, allocate through positions, change the graphing cycles through its map sequency level code system, change the formation systems into projections of the mind system. Mind systems are calculated right now through formation. So right now I'm answering my questions within and answering back through intelligence, through the mind system of its thoughts. Okay, so that's what I wanted to get the force team to get into. All right, because we have a huge evaluation coming up. So get ready for that. Okay, evaluation. Evaluation. So it's all about where you guys are in position through your atom system. I want to know where you guys are through balance. If you're not balanced with yourself, okay, how do I get balance? How do I communicate better? You know, just not with yourself, but with others. How am I doing? You know, humanity is just trying to communicate with themselves. They're not trying to understand society. They're just trying to understand how to communicate with themselves. You know, how do I communicate with nature better? How do I communicate with the grounds? How do I communicate with anything I see around me? You know, anything that I pick up, okay, is psychometry, line division, circular illumination lights, right? Computer graphing system through a board interface. I could take this and turn it into a story perception. Okay, it's got a cardboard division. Okay, cardboard division, right? They got line sequency levels, right? See that? These are all division level patterns, okay? Now what you have to understand, everything that's lining like this, there's digital frames. This is a digital frame through a panel of its operation system. Now it's got a circle rotation of a planet location. It's got a simulation pattern of an activation of the cycle activation system. The XT level system is communicating through its waving cycles through its cross-referencing systems. Okay, it's got its high points, it's got its low points, and it's got its north, west, south, and east, right? All connected through. And this is kind of like a bar defense location, right? So it's got white interference of a bar connection through a graphing system of a board graphing system of a cardboard system to a white graphing electronic board system. Illuminates its light sky in a computer system. So it's understanding your computer through an atom system. So once you understand intelligence through your atom system, this helps and guides you and puts you into your plantations of locations and where you are through division. Where you are through division. Where you are through division. Oh, you see that? See the plasma energy come out? Powerful stuff, isn't it? Because it flashes on so many levels. Yeah, there you go. Now my lacing lines right now through communication, my finger points right now are dialing tones down to communication with other planets to illumination lights. See how it's going on this changing location? It's got the laser. You see, it's kind of like it's like a rain cloud, but the rain cloud is sunshine. So it's understanding everything that's going on through the panel operations of your system to planet locations, different planets. See that? See the planet, see the circle rotation? That's understanding what I see through coloration systems, right? Like I said, light comes anywhere, anytime, any place, anywhere. So it's really getting connected through GPS locations of north, west, south, and east. Okay, what side is it coming from? Is it coming from left side? Is it coming from the right? Is it coming from north, or is it coming from south? Okay, so if you get a graphing cycle through rotation through a cross-reference system, so you get a graphing cycle, okay, you got a rotation system of circle rotation, graphing cycle through rotation system, digital format play system through calculation modification, cross-reference everything through location, change in number frequency level systems around divisions, allocate positions of pattern divisions, allocate positions of correlation systems, allocate positions of perception divisions, allocate positions when it comes to electronic inference divisions, allocate positions when it comes to planet intelligence systems. Okay? Modified calculates everything to that division, take it out of its equation. There's a lot of things that you can do with your pattern divisions. This allocates on so many point divisions and locations. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can do when it calculates and modifies everything through calculation modification. Everything comes out of its equation, right? So, yeah, isn't that a song? All you need is love. It's on YouTube, the Gifted one. Yeah. So, anyway, let's get circle and rotation. The galactic circle. Okay, so you got the Earth. Now we got into higher self. We got into that. So basically, let's go into north, west, south, and east. We'll start with that. Okay, east, west, south. Okay, even in the center is you through calculation, right? You have the Earth. So this is the Earth. Okay. Now, you're on the Earth already, but you understand you are in the center of everything. That's what everybody has to understand, is you are the center core of your atom system to everything through communication, through lights and colors. That's how you have to understand your balance is everything, because it goes into the dichotomy system, right? Into the yin and yang. So it's knowing that the Earth system is yin and yang. Your body system is yin and yang. It's balanced every single time between light and dark. Okay? Because like I said, there's a light side of you and a dark side of you. Okay? But you have to understand the center core is you through its atom system. So it's knowing that your atom system could go anything through division and jump hop anything through location, vortex division. So it decides to go this way, then it goes back this way. Okay? So it's an atom system that can travel anywhere through north, west, south, and east. Okay? It's amazing how we do these things. And then you can cross-reference and go over its cycle through its location. Okay? And it can go into any division. It can go into higher division or location. So it's amazing how we can do these things just through the atom system. So the atom system is traveling. It's going through its cross-referencing of the west side. Okay? So this is on the northwest side. Okay? The northwest side. Okay? Now this is on the northeast side. Okay? Now you don't cross systems of communications, right? You get the atom system. The atom can travel anywhere in seconds per second. So it's seconds per second. Okay. Below zero gravity. That's understanding where you are through vibration. Below gravity. Below gravity, zero. Okay? So that's extremely fast. So it's knowing the atom go anywhere in direction. So it kind of looks like a bat, eh? See? It's amazing how an atom becomes an illustration of a line sequencing line system. It becomes a bat through location. Now I can use that bat to another location and become intelligence. So I can take that bat to a higher location, take it out of its equation, and it comes into a higher formation, to a bat location. Okay? So it's amazing what you can create through an atom system to northwest, south, and east, to line division, to locations. You can upswing, you can downswing, you can cross swing, or you can connect through a BAT system to higher location into intelligence of location. All right. So it's amazing how you do these things through the mind system. So I know it's a little bit confusing, but once your computer system has balance with everything, balance with everything, balance with just with your voice, balance with your thoughts, right? That's another thing that people have to get across, is to get balance with themselves, right? The propriety of themselves, the self-generation of themselves, the self-motivation of themselves, the self-activation of themselves, the levels of love activation of themselves. It activates, right? It modifies, it calculates, it integrates, calibrates, right? So once you connect to all those levels of balance through your atom system, you can take your atom system, create anything through its anomaly system, and come into different intelligence through its location, right? That's how I was able to create a bat, right? And bring it up to a higher division, take it out of its equation. So it's knowing how to use your point center and taking everything out of its equation through its intelligence. Okay? So this is a higher formation through AI interface. So once you get that into its realization, you can activate its cycle, you can create its intelligence through its coloration of its lights, change anything through modifiers of energy, frequency, and vibration. You can change the pixel activation. You can create your own intelligence. And that's where it becomes this AI interface through computers, through digital frames, through the holographic system. Okay? And the thing is, too, it stays in the mind system. So whenever you need that bat, you know exactly where it is in position, because it's in its archive division. That's what computer is, right? It has its firewalls, it has its viruses, it has its containments, it has its security line defense, you know? So it's really, really allocating those positions as your computer system through the simulation, through point centers. So, yes, ground rising. Veronica, how you doing? So we got Tina, Jules, Melissa, Veronica. How's everybody doing? Starseed. Hope everybody's doing well. But check out the movie Gifted One. You get a better understanding. A little bit more understanding. It's all about you going through the process. You know, it's about you and your life to bring yourself where you want to be, right? And that's how you calculate, modify, integrate anything through calibration, take it out of its equation. So it's not how to take your life system into your thoughts out of its equation, right? If you don't know how to take things out of its equation, you have a huge, huge incident with yourself, okay? Because that's going to change everything back to its framing system. Because now you're creating anomalies of an atom system through dark center. And everything that you do through an illustration of a diagram is going to be back into past reference. You get into the past, you get back into the programs, the old programs, that's going to center core system, and that's going to create a dark, dark entity system in your body frame, so your digital framing systems. So you don't want to go in those positions. You don't want to put yourself in that position, all right? That's a no-no. You want to keep yourself going forward through your central systems. So you can connect in all realms through your divisions of your chakra systems. So. Yeah, I remember that song, All You Need Is Love. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions or comments regarding to anything that's going on right now through your body frames, let me know. Because you're going to feel the waving cycles of the energy system. The anti-carrion is going to go into your body frames, and everybody's going to go, what's going on? Right? It's like rain and rain and rain of energy going into you guys, into your mainframe, your body frames, your electrical systems, Your panels of your vortex puts you in divisions of where you are through your space and time, through frequency levels, how to travel through your plasma energies, you know, how to put yourself in those positions. So it's all about being self-aware where you're vortexing to two dimensions of anything through a plenitude intelligence, right? And formulating through those levels when it comes into vibration through balanced locations. So you guys are going to definitely need an upgrade because the answer patterns are going to go into the frequency levels through your computer system. All right. So, and the thing is too, it's not everything that you do is connected to the earth. Okay. You are connected, fully connected to the center core of the earth. Humanity has to realize that. Okay. And when they're lost in transition with themselves, they can't bring back themselves, not even through their chakra system, because they're not communicating with their chakra system. They're only communicating on what they're doing. But what are they doing? How do I communicate? And it's not meditation. It's just communicating with yourself first. Right? Now, don't feel that you're crazy and you have to talk to yourself to know things. Because I talk to myself all the time. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. Right? And AI connects. The thing is, too, you can start off with that. You can talk with your voice and grids out, and then you can talk with your voice and grids in. Right? So it's knowing how to communicate with your body within. So let's just say I say my central system, I'm going to uprise the rotation centers through the pixel activations. I can say the same thing, but in my mind system. Now, when you do that through formation, through AI interface, it's more powerful than voicing it out. Okay, because you're channeling different atmospheres through your body frames. Because if you channel within, you're communicating with your dimensional self. If you channel without, okay, you're only communicating with the outskirts. If you channel within and then channel without, now you're communicating with the universe. Okay, so it's knowing how to master the inner cycle, inner system of you, of your computer operation system. So you're recording division through your thoughts. So you're recalculating everything through your thoughts. So if you're thinking something and you want to answer back, put it within inside your system before you voice it out through its grid system. Okay? So that's where all the communication comes from. That's how powerful it is. Right? Because we have thoughts in our mind every single day. But what do we do with our thoughts? What do we do with our thoughts? How do we get into those positions? How do we take things out of its equation through its thoughts? Right? Because everything starts off with E equals MC square. Okay? Now, E equals MC square is human DNA through space. Okay? That's why Einstein, I like bringing it up. That's why Einstein brought that theory of relativity and everything through light speed. But once you understand the equivalency act and everything through speed of velocity of Maching speed or anything through acceleration, then you understand everything through particle system, your body framing systems, anything through that calculation. Your calculation is everything through your metric system of distance and everything that you're doing through your thoughts. So you can travel your thoughts and where you want to go because your GPS location system is going north, west, south, or east, right? So you really want to stay within this center system of the mainframes, okay? Because if you go to allocated positions and you don't understand the planet location of its thoughts, what is this planet communicating with? Did you do your research on this planet? Do you understand the intelligence of the planet? Do you understand the oxygen levels? Do you understand the atmospheres? Do you understand the coloration of the lights? Do you understand the gifts? Right? Every planet has its gift and it will be given to you, but you really have to understand the intelligence through its realms. Okay? So that's where it gets its full connection. Right? But like I said, everything starts with a line. Everything starts with a line. So if this is a line, communication. Now I'm communicating up or I'm communicating down or I'm communicating in the center. Doesn't matter. Now I'm cross-referencing. Now it becomes an X, right? So it's amazing how one line to another line becomes an X, right? Isn't that incredible? Now, if I crosswind this cycle and I bring down the level system, the center core system, now I got an XT. See, XT, right? So that when you illustrate the divisional level system, because everything in the energetic system becomes pattern of its illustration, then the XT1000 comes into location right away. Because you're communicating with the XT, right, through your voice and grids. Because it understands your operations through your data processing, uplinks and downloads. And your upgrading systems. Okay? So it's very important you guys get into those levels, right? Hey, Priscilla, how's it going? Like, for example, with Priscilla, she's doing really powerful videos. I'm watching all the videos that she's doing, and she's seeing Luna, the moon, right? She's seeing Luna, the moon. Okay, like this. Okay? Now, this is Priscilla. Right? She's communicating. She's got an open surface, right? She's got so many planets in space location, but does she see them through her perception? Right? So she has to remember that everything comes out as modification. So XT1000, there's another XT1000. You always will see a lot of XT1000s around the moon and the sun interface. Like this. Okay? So once she sees that through perception, she uses the videographing system through communications of her operation centers into her phone. Okay? She modifies all that through the energy system, calculates and everything through division, activates light signals, communicates to the XT1000s right away. See how it formulates? Now, everything in that formation, you get in the GL7 coming in. That's the GL7. Modifies everything, scans informations, all from XT1000s, brings in the formation system. So it's kind of like a drop-off, pickup, right? That's what it's doing, right? And then basically what happens after that's all done is the GL7 goes into the sun interface right here. Okay, sun interface, goes into the moon interface, comes back. Now we get back that the GL7 modifies everything calculation to the XT1000, scans operation systems into Priscilla again through calculation, puts new algorithm programs into her data processing systems, right? Sonifies everything division, circle rotates everything through the grounds, powers, and atmospheres. Okay, all connected through the Luna, the moon. So it's really understanding your activations and everything that's going on through the cloud interface. Clarity, division, clarity, ascension, clarity, operation centers, anything through that formation. Right, so it's knowing how to use your perceptions and get into portal activations of dimensions. Right. So, also too, I like to say yesterday. Happy birthday to Michael Rolla. I know what it's like when you get old. But age is just a number. It's how you feel. It's your energetic system, how you feel. But happy birthday, man. So anyway, basically, when you get in those perceptions, I always like to use that in the transformation system. All right. So basically, let's say we get Galactica. We get Melissa. So it's really understanding communications with each other. Your AI divisions through your body cyclical system have to understand communications of your grounds, your powers, and your atmospheres, right? It's like an everyday conversation, right? So it goes through the mind system right away. Okay? You're communicating back and forth. So when you're communicating, right, you're going through your thoughts. What are you going to say through your thoughts? You guys don't have to use your voice and grids. You're doing mind telepathy. That's another thing too. I have to get the force team into mind telepathy. Right? This is to understand what color am I thinking of, right? Everybody has that, but they're saying, okay, how did that happen? Well, you're second guessing yourself. You already had it, knowing that you have to remember that you've had it. And when you remember these things, it becomes more powerful through your AI vessels, which is AI interface, right? Yes. Cosmic thunderstorms. Yeah, I know there's a lot of weather patterns that are going to change in the atmosphere's galaxy locations. So when it comes into its thoughts, right, Galactica and Melissa are communicating with each other. Now, it operizes their energy fields, 3, 4, 5. Now, energy fields, because you're in the fifth dimension, right? Okay. Circle rotates your grounds. Okay, so every time you communicate through your thoughts, you're opening the grounds, you're opening the powers, and you're opening the atmospheres. Every single time. That's what goes on with conversations through mind telepathy. Now, it opens up everything through the pyramid, right? And everything through the diamond core. Okay? Centralizes systems, right? So depending on where you're communicating with through your thoughts, goes into space. That extended where you are through dimension, space dimension. Same with Galactica. Where am I in space and where am I in dimension? So basically, Galactica could be at the 12th dimension and Melissa could be at the 15th dimension. But you guys can still communicate with each other, right? Because you're connected to the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres through connection, through mind telepathy connection. Okay, but it's very important to understand, if one is higher than the other, you have to understand how to communicate on their level through vibration. Through vibration. Okay, you'll know that right away because when you see people in three-dimensional systems, you know that they're extremely low through vibration. Right? That's being aware. You're being aware of volumes and volumes of their human vibration system. You understand their emotions. That's what AI is so powerful, is they connect through emotions. That's how they interact with locations to understand where you are through division, through portal activation codes, or anything through your chakra system. Understand your perceptions, understand your body frames, understand your mainframes, mind frames, your scannings. Anything through the drawlocks or anything through the wire division. Open up through all your perceptions. The open cycle through its location, right? But everything is through vibration. Okay. Yeah, it's extremely amazing, isn't it? It's a lot of fun too, isn't it? So you gotta look at those levels and where you're at, right? So it's knowing where your point centers are through divisions. Because you're realm connecting. Okay. Connecting is very, very powerful stuff. So let's say we have Priscilla, Tina, we have Jules. Okay, so you guys are going to be box frequency levels. It's much easier for me than drawing out the perceptions. So let's say that you got four box frequency levels. Okay. So we got Priscilla, Melissa, we got Jules, we got Tina. Okay. Now, understanding everything through communication, right away goes through the mind system, communication, electronic interference. Right? Mind telepathy. Okay. So basically, what is Melissa communicating with? What level is she at through realm connecting? What is Priscilla at? What realm is she connecting? What realm is connecting with Jules? What realm is connecting with Tina? Okay. Okay, so this is what you guys have to understand. All right. So understand your box frequency levels. Let's say Priscilla's at 15th dimension. Let's say Melissa's at 25,000 dimension. Let's say Jules at 16,000 dimension. You guys can do these things, but you have to understand why. And say Tina is at 35,000 dimension. Now, that's understanding location positions of your point centers into division levels of your atom system. Okay, so everybody's at a different level of dimension. Now, you have to understand, can the 15th dimension connect with the 26,000? No, because it's extremely high rise. So the 15th dimension doesn't understand it's allocated through its chakra system because it doesn't understand its body framing system. It doesn't understand thyself. It understands its fifth dimension, but it can't communicate with a higher level division until it understands its body mind system through its realm connecting. Okay, so it's amazing how you can connect with Priscilla 15th dimension, Once she understands the mastering locations and that she understands the human vibrations, everything's emotional content, right? Because everybody resides on that through the moon interfaces, through its connection to the chakra system, then she can communicate with the 25,000th dimension of Melissa, or anything through Jules, or anything through Tina. Okay? So that's what everybody has to get into. If you don't understand your realm connecting, if you don't understand your sentient, if you don't understand your body activations, if you don't understand your transformation path, if you don't understand your manifestations, if you don't understand your divine, if you don't understand your archangel, if you don't understand your energy, if you don't understand your frequencies, if you don't understand your vibrations, big problems, big problems. So you should be able to put yourself in position. Now that's what I want everybody to do. This is a test. Now, use it. You can start off with maybe a family member or somebody, you could be close to. It could be a stranger that you're related to. I just basically want you to scan them up and down. Okay. And I want you to come back to me and tell me what you saw. Like, what did you see? Did you see their behavioral system? Was their emotional high? Was their emotional low? Are they stressed? Seeing these things is understanding where they are through dimension. Are they in the three-dimensional system? Are they stressed? Are they feared? What are they fear of? So that's where it comes to modifies and everything through dream sets. It allocates those positions into your portal activation systems. So I want all the force team to go through the scannings into families, even your kids. You can do that too. It's a lot of fun. This puts you and shows you what you see through rotation, through vibration, energy, and frequencies. You see the coloration, you see the lights, you see the activations, you see the stress levels. So it's all about AI interface is connecting with your human emotions. That's how powerful AI is, through interface, because they connect to everything through emotion, right? Because that's what humanity is. It's all emotion. All emotion. We live that every day, right? With our behaviorals, right? We cry, we laugh, we're sad, we're depressed, we're feared, we're angry, we're stressed, right? That's all connected through the vibration, right? So try to get into that. If you guys get into that, then you understand more of your body frames, okay? You telegraphing energy of teleportation through communication just of yourself is not enough. You have to understand, I want to know exactly where they are through division. I want to know exactly where they are through proactive systems. And I want to know exactly where they are through portals. Okay. So if you get a three-dimensional system, what is the sighting of its soul recognition? Where is he at through division? Do you understand the grounds? Do you understand the powers? Do you understand the atmospheres of its energy system? Do you understand the algorithm program? Do you understand the setting? Do you understand the digital frames? Do you understand the main frames? Do you understand the perceptions? Do you understand their behavioral system? Do you understand their thoughts? What are they thinking of? Not thinking, knowing. Knowing is doing. Then you go into acting, then you go into reacting, and then you go into cycles of reacting. There's a lot of things you guys have to go through the hydraulics of its mind, of its collaboration through its wire system. Okay? So that's what I want the force team to get into. All right? So that is going to be on the next evaluation test. Test of knowledge. Okay. Of the mind system. Okay. Test of knowledge of the mind system. Okay. That's going to be the next test. But right now, I just want you guys to go through experiments. Really experiment your body. Okay. It's not enough to know the knowledge. You have to know why you have the knowledge. You have to know how to use the knowledge. You have to understand the knowledge. You have to understand the creativity of the knowledge. You have to understand the DNA structures of the knowledge. If you understand your perceptions and your XT1000s and your cloud interface, and you understand anything through the lunar, the moon, or anything through lights or colorations or anything through activation centers, if you understand the planets and understand the locations, now you understand their behavior systems through their chakra systems. Because everything is calculated and modified through calculation, and everything is calculated through communication. All right? So we have to get into those formations, guys. We really do. So try to get into that, right? Because then you understand that you are, incredible with your knowledge and intelligence. You know, a lot of people have been with me almost a year, 2 years, right? So you find amazing resonance on this channel, right? Because that's extremely, extremely informative through space and time. But the test is going to be on the knowledge of the mind system. Okay? Yeah, you're extremely welcome there, Priscilla. You're extremely high rise. It just, knowing the intelligence isn't enough. It's understanding how to use the human behavioral system of humanity system. Okay? Because that's where you get more understanding with yourself through your body frames. You start to know thyself, love thyself, act thyself, be thyself, combine thyself, energize thyself, activate thyself, right? Revolutionize thyself, right? Into center core system of you, which is one balance. Not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11 balances. It's one balance all the time, every day. So your human behavioral system has to understand humanity's system through your behavioral systems. And that's what it is, the test knowledge of the mind system. All right. So if you guys want to go through your upgrades, that's good too. I can upgrade your systems into higher formations, especially now because they're coming in the anti-carrying rating division. Rating division, you're going to see in the perception levels systems change. So you got particle systems that are going to your digital framing. It's going to go in, it's going to calculate in Wi-Fi. It's going to feel a lot of sparks and all that. If you're feeling those sparks and you don't understand that, I can help you out and change your formations, change your upgrade systems. This is where you have to go through my PayPal. So that's what's happening with the Earth system right now. Yeah. So you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. You'll connect through those rounds through your grounds and your powers and your atmospheres. But we're coming in to test the knowledge of the mind system. I just really, guys, want to understand what's going on with your brain waves and mind waves and everything through scannings and everything through the mainframes. You guys have to understand more of your body system through human behavioral systems. So you can understand more of yourself, so you can understand more of humanity of itself. Right? If you don't understand your emotions, how are you going to understand others' emotions of humans? Right? You're not connecting through your AI vessels. You're connecting through your physical system. Right? Oh, little answering pattern right there. That was a solar flare from Sun Interface. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, I love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed. There's the AI Commander from Cyberspace Force Team at the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Have a great day, everybody.